So if you're thinking about cheating, if you're thinking about emotionally cheating, or if you have a relationship right now with somebody where, you are in a relationship or marriage or married, and you're talking to this person and you feel like it's like an emotional connection, stop it right there. Don't even do it. All right. So I really want to do this video because I know a lot of people, they feel like when their spouse cheats on them, they feel like, they have to cheat on them. I don't know. If you're thinking about cheating on your partner because you're in a relationship where you're not happy, you feel like your partner's, you're not priority, he or she's not really taking you serious, and you're thinking about cheating, most definitely in a marriage, okay? If you're married and you are thinking about cheating, right? Watch this video and I'm going to tell you right now why not to do it and why it's not worth it. So it's really not worth it. And I'm here to tell you, don't do it. Something that is so beautiful that you have built up, you and this person, y'all built up a beautiful relationship, a strong bond built from God, right? You guys invested a lot of time for each other. And sometimes when you're in a relationship, you and your partner, y'all not going to be on the same page, or what you're looking for. Sometimes what you need is not in your partner. Sometimes what your partner needs is not in you. Okay. So that's when the communication comes hand in hand, right? But if you are in that space, do not cheat. I'm telling you, don't cheat. It's not worth it. If you feel like you want to cheat, tell your partner. And I know I sound crazy. I know you're probably like, what? Tell my partner I want to cheat? Yes. If you're at that point where you feel like in a relationship, you are not happy, you are not satisfied, your partner is just, he's not satisfying your soul. Like it's just he or she's just not doing nothing for you. Have that communication and tell them before. Y'all probably think I'm crazy. Like, you want me to tell my partner that I'm thinking about cheating on them? Like, are you insane? No, I'm not insane. It's open communication. You got to be honest. I believe in, I'm trying to straighten this up. The type of person I am, I believe in honesty. So however I'm feeling, I feel like open communication is best communication. Because sometimes your partners, they don't understand or really know how you're feeling until you tell them. And then when you tell them, they're like, what? Like, I didn't even know that, like, you were feeling like that. So yeah, let them know. Because honestly, it's not worth the cheating. It's not. Once you cheat and once you open that door, okay? Once you cheat, you open that door. And best believe what you have done or did is going to come around 10 times harder. And guess what? Baby, you better be ready when it comes around, because it's going to be worse than what you did. And I'm keeping it 1,000. Before you open that door, ask yourself, are you ready for that? Because y'all know God does not honor adultery. When you're married, relationship is a little bit different, but when you're married, okay, you cannot commit adultery. God frowns on that. It's supposed to be you and your partner, you guys, not you, your partner, and somebody else. God frowns on that. And then it's like, how do you sleep with yourself at night, knowing what you're doing and knowing what God feels about, how God feels about what you're doing? Once you're in a committed marriage, you got to look at things from how God sees things, not how you see it, not how your friends see it, not how your homegirl see it, not how your homeboys see it. You got to see it how God sees it. You're going to sleep at night knowing that you're having a full relationship with somebody else, knowing how God feels about that. If nobody else knows and you feel like, like it's nothing, like we just kissed or we just hung out, or emotional connection, honestly, in my opinion, is worse than sex. When somebody tells me that they are emotionally invested in somebody and emotionally have an emotional attachment to somebody, you're in trouble. You are in trouble. You are in trouble. So you gotta really think about it. So you have to really make sure that what you're putting out there, you can handle it as well. So if you're cheating, right? If you are cheating and you are okay with your partner cheating, cheat. If you are going to the movies with somebody, hanging out with somebody, spending time, texting them all the time, you have to be okay with your partner doing the same thing that you are doing. Okay? If you are able to handle that, then do it. If you feel like you do not have the emotional capacity to handle what you are doing to happen on you, don't do it. You have to honor what God says and how God feels about relationships and how God feels about marriage. You have to take that serious. Now, me being young, I got married at a very young age, 21. I am 31 now, so I got married at a very young age. My mom, she was very spiritual. My whole family, they're very spiritual, and I grew up around a lot of uncles and aunties that have been married for a long time, and they believe in God, and God is first in their marriage. So, and my parents, that's how they were as well. So, but it's a little bit different though, because it's like once you're actually married, okay, once you're actually married. When I was married, there's a lot of things that I did not know. Okay. And I knew how God felt about marriage, but I did not really understand fully how he felt about marriage until I started doing my research, until I started reading the Bible. Okay. So once I really start understanding how God feels about adultery and honoring your partner, and once you're married, you leave your family and you're supposed to cling to your partner, and you and your partner are one, and your partner comes first. Once I saw and read all this stuff, then I got a better understanding, and then I was able to be a better wife. But at first, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't really understand. I didn't really understand what I really got into. I didn't really understand it until I started talking to my other friends that were married, my other friends that are very spiritual, and they were telling me how God views married and what you're married and what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. That's something that I did not know, and I had to learn along the way. And I did make a lot of mistakes, okay? But in relationships, when you do something, you have to own what you did wrong, and you got to go forward. So now, 31, being a grown woman, been married for a long time. Now I have the understanding of what God says about marriage and what God feels about marriage. But a lot of us, we really don't know. Most definitely being young, even young men as well. We don't always know until, you have your elders or older people that have been married for a long time and that fear God, and they're able to guide you along the way and get you right back on the right path. So yeah. And then it's like, another thing is like I put here, can you sleep peacefully at night knowing what you're doing? If you can sleep peacefully at night, knowing that you got a full man and a full woman on the side, okay? By all means, continue to do what you want to do. That's your decision. But honestly, when I made bad decisions, it was hard for me to sleep. It was hard for me to really deal with the decisions I was making, because I know that God knows what I'm doing, and I know what God feels about relationships. You know what I mean? So can you sleep peacefully at night? That's the question. And then it's another thing. If you have never been cheated on, you better not cheat. Because once you get cheated on, it's the worst feeling in the world. The worst feeling in the world. You question yourself. You're trying to see, what did you do wrong? You try to compare yourself to the other person, which please do not do, because when you're married and you're in a relationship, that person chose you because you were different, because you were beautiful, because you bring something to the table that they love. Okay, so don't question yourself for that. But I'm just saying that it gets you to start questioning yourself. Always want to have confidence in yourself, but it does that, Then you constantly want to think and try to analyze everything and figure out and replay things in your head. And it's like you can't sleep, then you can't eat, then you want to listen to sad music all day. Then it's like it's hard to take in. So if you're not ready to have that feeling of someone cheating on you, done on you, don't do it. I'm telling you, it's not a pleasant feeling. It's not a pleasant feeling. And it's like you don't really understand. Like when you're doing it after you're cheating on somebody, it's like you don't really understand the magnitude of what you're doing until it happens to you. And when it happens to you, you're able to feel that feeling. So when it happens to you, you're able to feel what you did to this person. So if you cheated on somebody cheated on you, and you crying, and you can't sleep at night, and you can't stop thinking about it, that's exactly how the person felt when you did it on them. So before you do anything, imagine, is this something that I would want somebody to do to me? Okay, if it's not, then don't do it. Even if you're saying, "Oh, that birthday, my husband, my wife, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, whatever, always constantly cheating on me and all this stuff, blah blah." Like I'm thinking about doing the same thing. Okay, think about doing the same thing, but two wrongs don't make it right. You know, the best thing is to let God handle your battles. As long as you know you're at home, you're doing everything you need to do by your husband or by your wife, and you're providing, being all you can be, being all you can be for them, and being right there for them. That's what matters. Stick on that. Don't worry about nothing else. As long as you know what you're doing, you can't control what somebody else is doing. You got to control what you're doing. That's all you can do. Control what you're doing. Don't let your mind wander. Think about what the other person's doing. You gotta work. You gotta keep your mind. You gotta keep your head forward. You gotta keep your eyes on God, and you got to keep your eyes on your partner. To my brother, to my sister, I'm telling you this now. To my homeboy, to my friend, to all my beautiful supporters on here. Anybody that needs to hear this message, leave. Okay, I put leave, take a break, or y'all go to counseling. Okay, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie. And I'm going to keep it 1,000 with y'all. Okay? If I sit here and say that I have never had thoughts of me stepping out, I'm lying to you. Sometimes with us women, if we feel like something's not being met, so I'm not saying we're looking for something, but I'm saying that if it naturally comes up, then most likely 9 times out of 10, that sometimes it may evolve to something that we didn't expect. So sometimes that happens. So ladies, we have to be mindful of that. Okay, so if you're feeling like you're slacking, or you feeling like it's something you're missing or something you need, let me tell you, you're not going to find it in another man. And no matter who you with, that person is not always going to match your needs. Or it's just, sometimes it's not. So you got to get counseling. You got to talk to your counselor. You got to find different ways to fill that void. But cheating and trying to fight in somebody else, you're not. That's another thing. That's why I understand why people believe in rebounds. When rebounds and people get out of relationships and they jump in another one, or they get divorced and they jump in another marriage. Like, honestly, if you don't try to fix your relationship with that person, try to do everything, but you can't do it if you're trying to focus on that person and then you're focused on this person too. Put all your focus to your partner. Work on it. Work on it. When you feel that void, when you feel like, oh, I need a little affection. Oh, I need a little this. Nah, it's the devil. Don't. Pray. Pray to God and tell God how you're feeling. Okay? Pray to God, tell God how you're feeling. If you're battling with cheating, or you want to cheat because you're in an unhealthy situation, unhealthy environment, not happy with your partner, pray to God and tell God how you're feeling. Okay? Pray. Tell God how you're feeling. Ask God to help you figure out what's going to be the best thing to do in this situation, okay? Because cheating is just going to make it worse. And if you're already in a bad situation, you're already unhappy, okay, you cheat, it's probably going to feel good for a short time. It's going to be short-lived. And then that shit going to just be coming and tumbling down. Everything going to be falling on you, okay? It's not worth it. I'm telling you. Don't just don't do it. Don't be of the world. You got to go to God with your problems, with your relationship. You got to take it to him. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to take it to a counselor to figure out the healthier way to handle it. The healthier way to stop these feelings, the healthier way, even if you're being cheated on all the time, figure out healthier ways to try to navigate, to figure out what's best for you. Sometimes you got to let a relationship go. I know that I'm always talking about staying in a relationship, making it work and all stuff, but sometimes, like, baby boo, if you're in a relationship where it's just horrible and it's just like detrimental and just really like messing up your mental space, you gotta let it go. Okay, so I'm not talking about those type of relationships. Physically, if you're physically being beat, verbally being verbally abused, just different situations, sometimes you just gotta leave. I just want to talk to y'all and tell y'all from my experiences, different things that I've been through. Like, cheating is really not the answer. On both sides, it's not. I feel like if you guys have like this beautiful bond, but of course our relationships, they all have problems. Y'all gotta come together. Y'all gotta figure it out. Like, honestly, it's really not worth it. Don't do it. Take it to God. Even if you're feeling some type of way, talk to your friends, okay? And a lot of friends, if you got those friends that's like, oh, well, what you need to do is do what he's doing to you, or do what she's doing to you, blah, blah, blah. You don't need those type of type of people in your life. Okay, when I was going through a lot of things, I had a lot of friends that were telling me a lot of positive things. Cheating was not one. When I talk to my married couple friends, we sitting on the phone, they praying for me. They're reading me scriptures. They invited me to their churches. Those are the type of friends that you need. So this has been on my mind like all weekend. And one of my subscribers, he asked me, he's like, hey, are you going to keep having videos coming? I am, most definitely. I usually post shorts all the time, but I'm going to most definitely keep the videos coming because God has just putting a lot of things on my heart and a lot of things on my mind that I feel like somebody may want to hear. And I'm really tired. We went on vacation and I really didn't get no sleep, but I really want to put this video out. So just God bless you guys. And you know what I really love a lot is that like I can show up here and be myself. And people really fucking with me. You know what I mean? Let me watch my little French. But people are really relating to me. They really like my content. They really like what I'm saying. And I'm just here just to be God's vessel and just to let you guys know, you know, my standpoint and my view on certain things. And I know in my generation right now, you know, cheating is the number one thing out there, and that's really a lot of things that a lot of couples struggle with. But you can most definitely, with God and lead, that you can always get past anything. But you have to make sure that you are putting God first, and the people around you, they're God fearers too. And they, when they go through rough times in their relationship, God is the first person that they're going to, and then counselors and friends and all that stuff, but God is number one. So I love you guys. I really hope that this video helps somebody. If I don't know, comment, reach out to me, anything. We can talk about it. Okay? We can talk about it, because when you're going through something like this, or you're battling cheating, or you're getting cheated on and all that, it sometimes you really want somebody that is not just listening but understands how you're feeling, you know, and really talking some sense into you that you need. All right, I love y'all so much. Y'all take care. Bye.